Alright. Crap, I forgot to check. At 26 gigs of space left. I should be more than fine. I just gotta remember tomorrow to get rid of some stuff. I want to see if we can close out this hunt today. Like, even if we don't get Scraggy, like, if we get a, even if we get a Staryu, I mean, that'll be good. Unfortunately, we have to do this hunt for 5 different shinies. We need 3 Dratinis and 2 Scraggies. However, if we can get the 2 Scraggies quickly, we can hunt the Dratini somewhere else. Because that spot with the 3 Pan Monkeys, where the Alpha Flabebe was not a bad spot. This just gives me another hard spawn that I need to get. Unfortunately, though, Scraggy is not easy to see because it does not change very much. And we checked last night, it's about 40 seconds if I get a perfect reset, so 45-ish seconds. Which puts us at odds at, like, I think, this is just preliminary math, at like 6.5 to 7.5 hours. Which means, still, for this game's reset times, isn't great. But for Pokemon standards, not bad. The other Staryu. Oh, there it was, I just saw it. So we have 4 Staryus, a Dratini, a Bellsprout, a Scraggy, and because that Ghastly's right down there, I think that's close enough to Sparkle. If we were to run over it. So we could get that Ghastly as well. I don't think I bought the DLC yet. I really should do that at some point. At least this is a decently easy way to find Staryu because we don't have to wait until nighttime. I mean, this one just happens to be at night, but those are down there during the day as well. I still haven't done the whole like checking everything and like making a path for myself basically for this game. I'm still kind of going off just top of the head knowledge. But I really should go through and make a list of every single thing I need to find before moving on. If I were to get an Alpha Shiny Dratini, that'd be insane. And I'm pretty sure the Scraggy cannot be Alpha. I've hunted it for hours and it not go Alpha. So we've got 4, 6, 7... We have 8 spawns, I think. Every 40 seconds. That item down there keeps kind of throwing me off just a little bit. Well, that was really weird. Pretty sure just 200 birds just flew by outside my window. Hello? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Yeah, give me just a second. I'm resetting and stuff. Alright, I'll be... Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Alright, just a second, guys. Hang on. Let me check these. And that. This. Alright. Just a second. I need to step out and turn something off. look, a Dragonair. I still think it'd be really cool if we got ourselves a shiny Dragonair. That's particularly why we're hunting it here. The other half of why we're hunting it here is because there's the Scraggy. And I could be wrong, but I think this might be the only place to hunt Scraggy. Because I've hunted it here before, trying to get it as an alpha for my Alpha Living Dex video. Not that it ever went alpha, I wound up needing to go down to the sewers to get it. Oops. Yeah, because Scraggy's so hard to see, I actually have to get close enough to target it. We actually have a really good reset rhythm going, though. We were able to get a save really, really close to the swap. Wrong file. Dudes, I don't know why, but I've been getting the itch to play through Breath of the Wild again. Even though I just played through it recently, but I think it's because I got the Switch 2 now. I keep forgetting you guys can see what games I've been playing recently. Hint hint, nudge nudge. Where's the other Staryu? Where's the other Staryu? It must be really small and behind one of the ledges. I'll come back on that. Hang on. It must be like right, yeah, at the bottom. Just in that one little crevice I can't see. Did I load up the wrong file again? I think I might have. Sure did. Oops. I have this set up kind of perfectly though, so like we have to do this until we get something. I don't know how long I'm streaming for tonight though, we'll see. So I have work tonight, but it's not until a little later. But I've got some other stuff I have to do too. Or other stuff I should be doing anyway. I like it when all the star U's are in really easy to see spots. Almost logged into the wrong one again. I hope we get one of them today. That'd be nice. Really just depends on how long we decide to go for. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen that Bellsprout over there be alpha either. So I wonder if that is also one of the ones that just can't be an alpha spawn. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's just not there. Really not looking forward to when we go over there to the Scraggy and there's shiny sparkles. And it's not Scraggy because that'll mean that it's Ghastly. Because there's a Ghastly down there. We do still need a Ghastly, I just don't want to have to give up our reset. Because we have a pretty good one. So, would hate to give it up for a Ghastly. At least Staryu's semi-hard to get, because other than right here, it's only found at night. And then Scraggy and Dratini are, like, obvious things that are not easy. Would be really nice to get one of the hard ones though knocked out of the way, so I really hope it's either Scraggy or Dratini that we get. Although really there's 8 Pokemon here, there's only a 25% chance that that happens. Because there's 4 Staryu down there, that Bellsprout, and the Ghastly down there. Which, you know, consists of the other 75% of spawns. So that's a little unfortunate, but nothing we can do about that. This is currently the best way to hunt them. Well, actually, it's not actually the best way to hunt Dratini. But considering this is the only place to find a Scraggy at the moment, or one of them, I think it's the only place, it makes it pretty decent. The best spot to find Dratini, I believe, is, I don't remember what it's called. I know where it is, though, hang on. We'll look at the map in a second. Because there's a Dratini on the roof of one of the cafes that you can just fly to repeatedly to kind of reset it. I'll take a look at the map in a second here. Let me just look at these spawns. I think it's this cafe right here. No, wait. Is it? Oh, no, it's this one, because this is the one that's around back. Yeah, there's a Dratini right there on that roof. So that would, in theory, be the best place to reset for a Dratini. And it'd be faster than these resets, because it's not a day-night spawn. The only reason we're resetting the day-night spawns here is because we get a whole bunch of stuff we need. Is there a faster way to do this, I wonder? See, there's a Ghastly there. No, that's gonna... Well, we gotta reset a spawn if we knock it out. But then we wouldn't get all of these spawns either. But I do have another idea. Maybe. No, that's not anywhere near far enough from those. No, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I was gonna try and do a reset method of where it respawns so we don't have to do the battle zone thing every time. But the battle zone thing is what's giving us the extra, like, 7 spawns we need. Because we still do need all those Pokemon. The only thing I will say is if we reset and it starts to rain, or if it resets and it starts to rain, we do need to go after Goomy. Because that's going to be the other really hard one to get, because we can only get it while it's raining, and we need 3 of them. No, I don't actually know if we can get to that Bellsprout roof, though. So if that's shiny and we can't get over there, that's going to be real sad. No. We will get a shiny. You know, at some point. I think max it'll take us 2 days to get one of these. The cool thing is that Dratini spawn has a 20% chance of being an alpha. So that when it does shine, there's a 20% chance it'll be an alpha, which is cool. And actually, considering we need 3 of them, that means there's a 60% chance that one of those 3 will be an alpha. And heck, considering we also need Scraggy, there's a chance we phase on an extra Dratini or 2. Not a big chance, but you know. I feel like the Scraggy is going to be one of those Pokemon that, now that I've seen it like 200 times, that once it is shiny, it'll be like, okay, yeah, that's definitely the shiny. I always have to look at it like really close to make sure it's not what I hope it is. There's 2 Bellsprouts over there. I didn't know that. I mean, clearly both of them can be loaded. Which is actually nice, because that gives us 9 spawns to check. I swear, sometimes it just looks shiny from the front. That back one takes far too much time to load. I don't think I'm going to continuously check that one. Just the first Bellsprout. But the thing is I might not even be able to see it. The question is do we think we're going to get a shiny tonight? Because obviously this is not anywhere near as fast as the other like reset methods we've been doing, where we've been getting 2 to 4 shinies a night. I really hope Scraggy is the first one to shine. Like, as hard as Dratini is going to be to level up, there's so many more Dratini spawns than anything else. Or, sorry, there's so many more Dratini spawns compared to Scraggy. Come on, something can shine for me. It'd be really cool. Honestly, as long as it's not Ghastly, I will be so sad if it's Ghastly. Ghastly and Bellsprout would be very depressing. Staryu would be fine, though. Just because Staryu is only found at Night Area 2 otherwise, other than this little pocket. And we still don't have a Pokemon that can learn Rock Smash. We still have this non-shiny Bunnelby on our team because we don't have a Rock Smasher. How is that even possible? What was that? That sounds like a... Is there a Swirlix somewhere? It's an Alpha Patrat over there, isn't it? Or an Alpha Dedenne. Yeah. I was about to say, what the heck is that? It definitely sounded like a fairy type. Yeah, it's really weird to me that there are some spawns that just can't be alphas. The only ones that kind of make sense are Pokemon that are by people. Like some of the Floettes or Flabébés that are in like the gardens that people are standing in. And so on and so forth. But like that Scraggy makes no sense. That must be an Alpha Staryu. I don't know, you can't really tell what Staryu. Come on, Dratini or Scraggy, you can do it. Ooh, or a Dragonair. That'd be a raccoon. I hope we get one tonight, that'd be nice. Sounded like an Alpha to Dene again. You know what's crazy is we need five shinies from here. Well, okay, at least two, because we can go and hunt Dratini elsewhere, but that's besides the point. And this would also actually be the best place to find the dudes. The Staryus. But I think I want to hunt Scraggy here, and then if I can get all the Scraggy, I'll finish hunting Dratini at the monkey spot. Luckily, that one's right next to the dojo, so I can find where exactly that one is. Come on, Scraggy. Come on, buddy. We're gonna get something, I swear. Come on, we can do it. Hopefully I don't go over odds for this hunt. Since this is like one of the few Pokemon I have to do resets for. Yep, that's... Okay, that was close. If I had fallen, I would have just reset. I think I'll be able to recognize the shiny Scraggy before, like, the second I see it. That happens a lot. When you've seen it, you know, a few hundred or 1,000 times, and you're like, oh, okay. That one is definitely different. Come on, little fella. This is probably going to be the second worst hunt in the game. Well, okay, maybe not in the game, but like in this section. The first worst in this part's still going to be Goomy, though. Which is basically why every single time it rains we have to hunt for it. We have to drop whatever it is we're doing and just hunt that. Thanks for the likes, guys. See those coming in. We are currently doing the resets for Dratini and Scraggy, with also possible Staryus, a Ghastly, and a Bellsprout. But Scraggy and Dratini are the main hunts. Even more specifically Scraggy, because I can actually get Dratini easier somewhere else. But I think this might actually be the only Scraggy spawn in the game, outside of the sewers. Well, off the top of my head anyway. What's that I'm hearing? Oh, it must be the Pansage. Now here, King. Good luck on the Drampa. we're resetting for a dragon ourselves, although I'm kind of more interested in getting the Scraggy, actually, but... Are you doing Area 26 Alpha Glitch Drampa, or are you doing Area 19 Drampa? So that's the wrong profile. Oh, wow, nice. So you're not hoping for an alpha or anything? Well, I mean, obviously alpha would be, like, would be nice, but, you know. Oh, nice. How many resets are you at? I'm not really counting resets for mine. Wait, I can reset the order on my Switch? Wait a minute, hang on. How do I do that? I might do that. Can I get into my profiles from here? I'll look into that after. Also, after 30 shinies, I got a Shelf of Frog, then 20 more, I finally got a normal shiny Froakie. Oh, nice! Yeah, when I was hunting, for an Alpha White Flower Florges, so it says on settings, it's not gonna, like, display any of my important information, is it? Because that's the only thing I'm worried about, because I'm currently live. Go to settings. Scroll down to user. Aha. That'll work. Thank you a whole lot. That's gonna be so much easier. Oh, but yeah, during my video where I was doing my alpha living dex of 258 Pokemon, I was going for an Alpha Florges, the white flower one out of the Froakie area, and wound up getting 2 Medichams, 2 Flaffies, a Froakie, an Alpha Ampharos, a Phalanx, a Bellsprout, an Alpha Bellsprout. Let's see, and a Pidgeotto and a Venipede. So, like, I know my fair share of phasing, because I've done a few. Yeah. I've never had to reorder it. So, thank you for that. That is so helpful. For your hunt, are you hunting on a Switch 1 or a Switch 2? Because I'm on Switch 2, so my reset times are, like, super quick. $15 alpha Ampharos, that's insane. Okay, Switch 2, that's super helpful. Yeah, I ended up going out and getting a Switch 2 when I was doing my shiny hunt for all the megas before the game came out. Literally just because I wasn't going to get it finished if I didn't get the Switch 2, because I needed the Scarlet and Violet to actually, like, load properly if I was going to get it done on time, because it literally loaded too slow. I'm fine with having just the one that I have. I don't need like 15 of them. Although I will be needing that at some point, and I'm kind of curious to know how long it's going to take for me to get it. Because we're doing a living deck, so I'm going to need 3 of those. Oh, I'm sure that was helpful for getting your 15 alpha Ampharoses. Dude, I haven't done horde hunting in so long. Or Friend Safari. I've been really caught up in the Switch games lately. I have a shiny badge quest I've been working on just on my free time in Heart Gold. And I might actually have one of the longest phaseless shiny hunts in Pokemon history. But I can't say so for sure because I don't know the exact number. I only know what number it's higher than, unfortunately. So that's kind of a yikes. So, like, I could have on record the longest shiny hunt ever, but oh well. And it was during my Heart Gold thing. Yeah, the only reason we're doing resets instead of running back and forth is because we have like 8 Pokemon here that can be shiny. So we have that Dratini over there, which we need. We have 4 Staryus down here, which we still need. There's a Bellsprout over there, which we need. The Scraggy here, which we need. And then a little Ghastly right down there that will probably shine as I walk over it. Yeah, the cute charm glitch is honestly insane. I won't be using that glitch though for my thing. I'm only like 5 shinies deep on that because of how long my last 2 shinies took. I went for a Game Corner Dratini, and that took north of 100 to 120,000 encounters without phases. That's my like possible world record shiny, but I didn't actually keep track of it. The only reason I know how much it's higher than is because I was shiny hunting at the same time as another streamer, and our resets were literally identical. And his shiny hunt went to 72,000, and he was getting 2 at a time, whereas I was getting 4 at a time at the same rate, and was still hunting a month after he completed his hunt. So, like, I know what my number is higher than, I just don't know the exact number, unfortunately. And then to make matters worse, after that hunt wrapped up, I did the Pseudo-Wudo static hunt right after for my next shiny, and that took over a year, so that's probably another 30 to 40,000 encounters right there. Oh yeah, that's true, that's true. I actually have a shiny Heatran, but I didn't hunt it in that game. I hunted it in Alpha Sapphire? Yeah, not Omega Ruby, it was Alpha Sapphire. I hunted every legendary in that game. And I still have them all, actually. Oh yeah, RNG manipulation is like way overpowered too. Are you doing it in Emerald or are you doing it in a dead battery version of Ruby and Sapphire? Because I think you can do it in all of them, can't you? Or is it just Emerald? Oh yeah, that's what I do. I do soft resetting in those. I am a seasoned shiny hunter, if you will. I actually have maxed out time files on Legends Arceus, almost. I'm like 18 hours away from that or something, but I'm gonna hit it soon because I'm still working on it. And I just maxed out my hours this last week on Violet. I haven't done much hunting lately in the not not the 3D model games. I really want to do some hunts there, though. I really like the shiny sprites. That's what I'm thinking of. The sprite forms. I couldn't think of that word just a second ago. Dude, honestly, legit, Event Meloetta would be pretty cool to have on a playthrough team. I accidentally went to the wrong one again. Force a habit. Oops. I hope we get one of these tonight. That'd be really nice. Oh, nice. The events... Wait, you got the shiny Drampa? Dude, that's sick. Nice. Congrats. Alright, now it's our turn to get a shiny. Come on, Scraggy. You don't even have to be Alpha. Although I'm pretty sure this one can't even be Alpha. Seems how it has not been Alpha even once in the last hour and 20 minutes. Good luck on catching that, by the way. I don't know how hard Drampa is to catch. Or if you're just going to use a Master Ball on it. Yeah, dude, hunting in Area 19 is actually just super annoying. I remember trying to get my Alpha Eevees out of that area and all the Furfroos, and holy crap, was it like a miserable experience. Everything in there is super hard to catch, hits super hard. The only area I'd say that's worse than that is trying to walk through the Pyroar nest in Area 17 without getting hit. Oh, nice. Oh, you probably have all the catching charms and stuff. We actually have 2 of those currently. I think we have enough colorful screws to get the last catching charm to make life easier on us. And then the next charms we need to get after that are going to be the XP ones, because we have to evolve everything. Oh, were you going for a full shiny Alpha Dex? I don't even remember if I had a water type on my team to use Surf. I don't think I did. I think water was one of the types I didn't have. I'm actually also working on a shiny living dex in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm 20 Pokemon away, but I have to... The twist in mind to make it, because I love making things harder on myself, is I have to catch them as is. So, like, for my Ursaluna, I had to get an Ursaluna, like, out from an outbreak. It had to be Ursaluna. I couldn't evolve it. So that's what I'm doing for everything at the moment. And all I have is the 20 Distortion exclusive Pokemon and Burmy and Vespiquen. Yeah, if you overload the spawn under the tower, you can get, what is it? 6 of the evolutions? Everything but, Umbreon and Espeon as alphas, so you don't actually have to hunt Eevee. Because if you have to, the fact that you even have to hunt 2 shiny alpha Eevees is going to be an awful experience. Just catching the regular alphas was tough enough. I can't imagine trying to get shiny alphas. Yeah, the fossils are really annoying. Because you can only get 3 of them at a time. And they might not even be the fossils, because I think you can still get Rowlet. And, you know, Decidueye and Dartrix. Those are the ones that are going to take me forever on that challenge. Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to have Eevee. So, yeah, there's 3. But, yeah, 6 of them you can get out from area 3. You can... Or 20. You can get all of them except for Umbreon and Espeon. So, yeah, I think overloading area 20 alphas is going to be your best bet at getting that done as quickly as possible. I keep checking that Bellsprout, but I don't even know if I can get onto that roof. Oh, you already got Sylveon. Oh, that makes it easy then. That knocks it down to 5. I feel like Glaceon and Leafeon are more common than Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon, so just keep an eye out for that. Just because I spent literally like a week just resetting alpha spawns all over the place. So that's just what I found. I could have gotten unlucky though, I guess. And I wasn't doing the 6 alpha glitch. I thought that'd make it too easy. Oh, and just keep in mind for Eevee, I'm pretty sure only 1 Eevee can spawn at a time. So, like, once you see 1 Eevee, you don't have to check all the rest of the spots. You can just reset. The only shiny that's hard for me to see out of all of them is Leafeon and Glaceon. I think the rest are pretty, like they seem hard at first, but then, like, you see them and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely different. So that'd actually be pretty cool to see. I assume you have the shiny charm then, right? Did all 1,000 battles. Can't believe we've been hunting for an hour and a half already. I think we hunted for about half an hour last night, maybe an hour for this. We got 4 other shinies yesterday, so... Oh yeah, I know, that's how I've been resetting. The only reason I'm soft resetting these instead of running back and forth is because it's the faster way of doing it that will also reset all 4 of those Staryu spawns down there. Just because of how long it takes to run across the rooftops and climb up everything. Because the Staryus are in a little bit of a weird spot. And then in order to respawn the Dratini, I'd have to walk all the way to the Scraggy and then walk all the way back to the Dratini to reset the Scraggy, which would not also reset the Staryus. So it's just faster to reset doing soft resets if I want all 6 of them. So was I, but because it's a Professor Oaks challenge, I have to get every shiny possible before moving on in the game, and this is the only spot to get Scraggy in the game. Because we don't have access to any of the sewers yet. So it's just easier to do them all at the same time. Because I actually already have a shiny Magikarp that I got out of Area 20. I will need a second one though. Yeah, if it weren't for the Scraggy, I'd be hunting these elsewhere. But Scraggy and Dratini are two of the hardest 3 or 4 spawns that are going to be in the beginning of the game here. The other 2 hardest spawns, the next one after these 2, in slot number 4, I think is going to be Doublade and Honedge, because they can only be found at night. And then the top hardest one is going to be Goomy, because it can only be found while it's raining. And again, we don't have access to the sewer, so we can't just reset that one dock location. So we have to do runaways, basically. Which kills a whole lot of time when it comes to needing to do it in the rain. So that'll be the hardest one we get. And we have to get all of them. So I have to get 3 Goomies. Which is what makes this challenge so tough, but also so fun. I'm a big fan of doing ridiculous challenges. For a video once, I shiny hunted a Alpha Clefable by standing in grass and doing absolutely nothing for a year. Not even kidding. I was the first person on YouTube to ever shiny hunt by doing literally nothing. Well, on purpose, anyway. What do you mean the lab? Oh, like Lysanders? Yeah, we don't have the Lysander Cafe just yet. So in order to hunt Honedge, we have to get out of Area 4. Which can only be done at night, which is why that one's like the 4th most annoying one to get. Which is kind of a shame, because I actually really wanted to do a good amount of hunting in Lysander's Cafe. I just have to get everything else before then, because it's Professor Oaks. The only thing we're going to be able to hunt out of there is Beldum, I think. So I'm pretty sure everything else that's in there is located elsewhere. Off the top of my head. So like, Houndour can be found somewhere else. Noibat can be found elsewhere. Ekans can definitely be found elsewhere. And I think that's it. And Beldum. And Honedge, obviously, can be found in Area 4. Oh, did you do that new method that people found out you can do with like the with like making almost like your own little QR code with the Painter app thing? So I remember that was discovered semi-recently in like the last few years. I want to do a legit Manaphy hunt one day. I just don't... I have to get my hands on a copy of Pokemon Ranger before I can do that. I want to do it the long way just once. There's actually also a Dedenne right on the other side of that ledge, but it's a little too far for me to want to go that far. Yeah, there's a new method you could do. instead of like resetting your game multiple times and like trading it like the old super long method, there's something you can do where you can like manipulate the game code using the Painter Sketch app and basically make like your own little QR code and write code into the game. It's super complicated. But it's basically a way of changing your in-game trainer ID without starting a new file or something like that. It's kind of insane. I think Absolblog's Pokemon like showcased it once. At some point, I will have to go into quiet mode because people are going to start going to bed. Because I don't live alone or anything. So if I have to get like super whispery, I apologize. I've had to do that the last basically week of starting to stream again. But at least we're getting some shiny hunting in. That's kind of the most important part. Because I'm working on a really big project for 2026 at the moment. I don't have as much time to record content, so I was like, you know what? Let's just stream the content, and then we'll make a video of it when we're done. Which I think is a good compromise. Because streaming so far has actually been really beneficial to the channel anyways. When it comes to growing and getting to like monetization and all that, like YouTuber crap. Yeah, that's the way I want to shiny hunt it in once I get the chance. We will get a shiny at some point, I swear. I just wanted to get one of the hard ones out of the way. The heck is that? That was a weird glitch. I've never seen that. Dude, I can't wait for 2026. I've got some really big plans in 2026 for my new Minecraft channel. Oh yeah, warping and running in is way faster. If I could make a suggestion, I would recommend warping to this Pokemon Center, the Centrico Pokemon Center, because if you travel in through this entrance, all you have to worry about is Gardevoir, Roserade, and Bulbasaur and Chikorita. And Gardevoir is pretty common to spawn, and it just avoids you. So you don't gotta battle it, and the Roserade is easily one-shottable with any flying type. So it's just like the quickest way, whereas like Lucario, Aggron, Scraggy, or Scrafty, all those will like attack you if you go in from any of the other two entrances. And Malamar and Dragalge. So I always warp to that Pokemon Center and go in from there. It's the quickest, in my opinion. And Scarlet and Violet is so much better to play on the Switch too, yeah. Almost no lag. Oh, okay. If you want shiny water starters, yeah, just warping to Area 20 is the best chance you get. When I was doing the alpha thing, the Alpha Living Dex, what I found was going to Area 20 got you water starters, going to the Pokemon Center got you grass starters, and going to Prism Tower entrance got you fire starters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like no lag anymore. It's nice. Oh, did you mess up the overload glitch? I personally will probably never use that overload glitch unless I'm doing something super specific. I usually just try and hunt the way the game intends. I'm not the biggest fan of glitching my shinies. Yeah, it can be a pain to set it up right, to be honest. From what I've seen. forgetting that I need 9 shiny Eevees for this challenge before we can move on. That's not going to be fun. Oh no, we haven't even completed the game. We only have 6 wild zones. It's a Professor Oak's challenge, so we have to get every shiny in the game before we can move on. Or every possible shiny in the game before we can move on. So yeah, no, I don't have the shiny charm. I only have the first 6 areas unlocked. I'll probably get it from my main file, but for this file, I won't be able to get it. Oh, nice. I feel like Area 17 is harder to do the glitch in than Area 20. Yo, congrats on the shiny Chespin. Good luck catching it. The Scraggy and Dratini are being rude. Oh, I just realized that your profile icon is an Eevee in a suit, isn't it? That looks cool. I hand drew my icon. Oh. Okay, it looks like an Eevee to me. That could be because it's really small though. Thanks. Drew it myself. Oh, okay, I see it. I wonder when we're gonna get our second Alpha Shiny. We already have one. We got a Pyroar. And it is now our Giga Pokemon that we use to wipe out everything when we need to battle something. Well, I was just holding it when I was doing some Area 3 resetting. Howdy.
What time do you work tonight?
Midnight.
Oh, it's 11 time.
No.
10:30 you got up.
Uh-huh. What? Huh? How'd you get an Esper doing the staircase reset? The Espers and the Pikachu aren't loaded. I'm pretty sure those are too far away. You probably just got lucky and literally got it on like the first hit when you went over there. Yeah, but where it wanders, I don't think matters. It matters where the spawner is in the ground. Because there's a idle spawner that's in the ground. No, there must be one. There's probably one Esper and one Pikachu spawn that are within range, and then the rest are on the outside. Dude, Alpha Dragonair, that'd be such a sick one to get. Yeah, so far from staircase resetting, we got a regular Litleo, an Alpha Litleo, 2 Skidoos, or no, 3 Skidoos, sorry, and a Scatterbug. Because the Scatterbugs on the roof next to it are also within range when you go up to the where the Fletchling is. Alright, people are going to bed in about half an hour, so I think we'll go for about another half an hour. Because there's some stuff I need to do for my other channel before I leave for work tonight. Dude, Alpha Dragonair again, that's insane. Next weekend, I'm not going to be able to stream shiny hunting, but what I might do is I might figure out how to stream from my phone, because I'll be in Sydney playing the Safari City event. Fairy Pokemon on the tent. Swirlix? I didn't realize there was a Swirlix spawn on a tent near there. I know the Pidgey on the lamppost can be shiny, because we actually got that one too, actually. How many shinies do we have? We have Skidoo, Litleo, Pidgey, Flabebe, a yellow Flabebe, Binacle, Electrike, Ekans, Magikarp, Alpha Litleo, a Scatterbug, 2 more Skidoos, and that's it so far. But considering we've only streamed 6 times and we didn't even get a shiny on our first stream, that's not actually bad. Because we had to play through the tutorial of the game on our first stream. I will say that there's another spot I want to hunt Dratini at if we can manage to get this Scraggy first. Before we get all 3 Dratinis. If we can get 2 Scraggies, that'd be nice. Because next to the training dojo, there's a Dratini spawn adjacent to a roof. Although I don't know if I can get onto this roof. I don't think I can now that I think about it. Oh yeah, 1 in 8, 192. My shiny living deck, shiny living decks. My shiny badge quest I'm doing in Hargold has 8192 odds. That's part of the reason why it's taken so long and why I've went over 100 to 120,000 for Dratini. Kind of insane numbers to hit. And I'll probably never hit those kinds of numbers again. So like between that Dratini and the Sudowoodo hunt I did right after that took another year to find, I probably have 150,000 encounters between the 2 of them. Which was phaseless encounters. So that's pretty gross. No, there's a Dratini that you can check. Where if you're on the other side of the road, you can run back and forth on a rooftop with 3 pan monkeys that spawn. And there's also an Alpha Flabebe up there and a Mawile at night. It's right next to the dojo. Not gonna lie, I thought that was shiny. Well, I don't think you can get up onto that roof yet. Because the Holovator is turned off and the mission isn't there yet. Unless it's only there during the day, because when I checked it was nighttime. Which, that is a possibility. I think the one you're thinking of is the Dratini I think everybody found first. Which is the one that's kind of near the construction place. Dude, these things keep shiny-knowing me. It's driving me insane. Yeah, I think the one you're thinking of is the one that's on this roof right here on the corner. But if I'm gonna go for that one, I'll just reset at the restaurant here because it's so much faster than running back and forth. Maybe it wouldn't be with a Switch 2, or with a Switch 1 I mean, but with a Switch 2 it's faster than running back and forth. I just realized I don't know if my alerts are working. They've been kind of dodgy for YouTube this last week. So like when I get a subscriber or all this other stuff, I got like an EV notification that pops up with a little sound. But because I have my headphones in to listen to my Switch and not the actual stream, I actually have no idea if that works or not. I think I spotted this alert come out yesterday, but I don't know if the audio is working. I'll have to check that out and post stream. Alpha Fairy. Oh, I know what one you're talking about. I don't know the exact location of it, but I do know what one you're talking about. It's right next to a Flabebe, right? Or a Floette, one of the two. I'm gonna do some math after stream and see how many resets we're getting in, or how many spawns we're getting per hour to see how long it should take us to get to odds. Because we got a pretty good rhythm going. Yeah, I still think the other place I want to hunt it is better if I can actually get to it. Just because the pan monkeys are going to be kind of annoying as well. It's in the same vein as this Scraggy, where this is kind of an annoying hunt, so it's nice that I can hunt two at the same time. But that Dratini hunt, I can hunt one of the flower Pokemon, Flabebe. I can also hunt a Mawile if it's nighttime by just letting it respawn every 60 seconds. I can reset a Pidgey, 3 of the Pan Monkeys, and 2 Ekans, and a Ghastly at night as well. So like there's a lot that I can reset at that specific location. Because there's so many Pokemon I have to get for this challenge, it's really about optimizing my shiny hints to get as many different Pokemon checks at the same time as possible early on, to give myself as many chances at different or rare shiny Pokemon. That's why we're kind of dual hunting this in a way, while also having the 4 Staryu spawns down there. It is currently the most beneficial for us this early. Although I will say that Ghastly down there, if it has been shining, I might not have heard it. Because I have my right earphone off my head so that I can hear, like, if anyone needs me. Oh yeah, that's definitely how I'm gonna... Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say that's how I'm gonna hunt Mawile, but I can't because Mawile was found way earlier than that. I can actually get a Mawile now, so we'll have to get it before we move on. Dude, I have so many shiny Pokemon that I need to get before we can move on. I literally probably have, I don't know, like 150 different shiny Pokemon we need. Because we need all of the Pokemon and all of their different evolutions and different forms. Yeah, but the problem is I don't have Area 10 unlocked, and the point of a Professor Oak's challenge is to get everything that's possible before continuing on in the story. So it used to be in other games that was easy, like say in Fire Red, you would get every possible shiny before taking on Brock, and then you would get every possible new shiny after beating Brock before taking on Misty, and so on and so forth. That's basically what we're going to be doing. Which means because we can find Dratini now, we have to get it now, and we can't wait until we unlock Area 10. And that also means we have to get 3 of them because I need a Dratini, a Dragonair, and a Dragonite. Because we're doing a Living Dex as well. Because I don't want to just do a Professor Oak's challenge, because I think John Stone's doing that. So I want to like mix mine up a little bit, make it a little harder. Not that he really, you know, owns like the Professor Oak's challenge, quote unquote, but you know, I just want to not be doing the exact same thing as someone else who's doing it literally right now. It'll make me feel better. I actually tried doing a Professor Oak's challenge / Living Dex in another game, but because John Stone did it once, I had like his whole fan base after me. And like kind of dogging on me in my comment section, so I actually like didn't do that one. Which is the first time I've ever like let chatters or comments like get to me. But I'm not backing down, I'm doing this one. Well, that sounds interesting. That's definitely a theory. I keep seeing semi-spoilers about Gen 10, and it's kind of annoying me. Because I don't go out of my way to look for spoilers, but the fact that YouTube keeps recommending videos about them, and it says it like right in the thumbnail, so like the names, it's really kind of making me upset. Yeah. It's basically spoilers and hacks and leaks, and I'm not a fan of learning stuff before it's supposed to be learned, in a way. I'm one of those weirdies. Yeah, Wind and Waves. I heard that was the name. Kind of upset by that, because that has not been revealed yet, as far as I know. So I will ask, please keep spoilers out of the chat. Because not everyone wants to know spoilers, so if you, like, post a bunch of spoilers and stuff, I will probably have to mute you. So, like, I don't want to have to do that, so let's just be cautious, please. Oh, okay. I don't trust any leaks to begin with anyway, because you never know when, like, even if they plan on releasing something, when they might just scrap something last minute. So you don't want to, like, get people's hopes up. We've been going for 2.5 hours and still haven't gotten anything. Kind of a yikes. No, I mean, we're definitely not even close to odds. It's probably going to take us a good 5 hours to get to odds in total. And I'm only going to stream this challenge. I am not going to do it off stream just because there's so much other content I need to make for this channel and my other channel that I really don't have the time to record extra bits of this. Which is why I'm streaming it. I like that we got a save like really, really close to the reset though. I'm probably gonna wake up super early tomorrow to get some work done as well. Which sucks, so I don't get back until almost 5 o'clock in the morning from work, so. Or, well, I'll be home after 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on, something shine last minute for me. I've only got about 10 minutes left. Oh, it's 3 a.m. It's currently almost 10:30 for me. PM, I should say. so stupid. I'm almost certain I can get to that. If I can get on this roof, I can get on that roof, because it's all connected. So, like, if that Bellsprout winds up being shiny, I should be able to get to it. I was actually kind of worried about that. So I was like, ooh, I keep seeing that, but, like, what if I can't get over there? I didn't realize that part of the roof was connected to this shopping mall. Wait, did you get another Trampa, or are you shiny hunting for an alpha one? Oh, the one you got earlier, okay. Yeah, 65 resets is not bad at all. I assume you've got a shiny charm, right? Okay, nice. I don't know if I'm going to wind up getting the shiny charm on my main file. It's just so easy to get shinies in this game, I almost feel like it's not needed. For me personally, anyway. And there's not very many shiny hunting challenges I want to do on that file either. There's not really many, like, interesting ones, just because of how the game works. The only thing I could imagine is, like, I think it might be cool to get a shiny out of each wild zone for a video, and then maybe getting all of the megas in the game, or all the new megas. But, like, off the top of my head, those are the only two, like, shiny hunting challenge style videos I can think of. Everything else is, like, playthrough challenges that I can think of. Like, can you beat Legend ZA with only the tutorial Pokemon? Which is pretty much just two, which is a Fletchling and a Bunnelby. Which would be incredibly difficult, but I'll probably wind up doing it because I did it with the other Legends game, and that was horrendously horrible. Although the video turned out great. I think that's actually one of my best videos. Because all we could use for the whole challenge was a Starly with the Gust, a Shinx with Quick Attack, and a Bidoof with a Rollout. And we had to get all the way to Arceus. So that was an incredibly difficult challenge, and I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, as to whether or not it's even possible. because you gotta think there's a whole Volo battle that you have to battle and then beat a ghost type legendary twice. And one of the Pokemon I have only knows normal type moves, so I won't spoil whether or not it's possible if you haven't seen it, but I think it's worth a watch. Alright, this one will be our last reset.
Do you have a lunch tonight?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Why?
Oh, we didn't make it.
Oh.
She's just about to come up.
Yes, I
and go
know,
to
this is
bed in
my
a
last
second.
reset. I just said that. And no Dratini.
Oh, I thought you'd go for a bit longer.
No, I got some other stuff I have to do before I leave for work tonight.
Okay, I'm so tired.
Alright, well, that is a no on everything, basically. Unless there's a hidden gas now. It's not looking like it. Alright, well, I'm gonna head out of here for the night. I'm gonna do some math and stuff. And see if I can wake up early tomorrow to find out whether or not... Or, like, what Pokemon I'm gonna need to find before I can move on in the game. Because I think it's literally most of them. Which is kind of unfortunate. But I'll probably be live again tomorrow night. I can't go live every single night because I have too much to do, but ooh, this would be a really easy way to hunt Dratini later. Ooh. Yeah, that's super quick actually. That's even quicker than oh, I fell. That is unfortunate. Well, alright, well that'll be it, I think. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for joining, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys next time.